Hello, everyone. Welcome to Little Chapel of Faith Catholic Ministries. My name is Tina. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. We have platforms on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. If you're on any of those or all of those, please like and subscribe. That's how we keep our ministry going. We don't ask for any money here or anything like that. We just need likes, subscribes, and shares, and the world will be spread. If you can get on all of our platforms or any of them, multiple of them. We do have some people that, on our multiple platforms, and we appreciate that because it just keeps everything going as long as we are active. So we are here with a reading from the Diary of Saint Faustina. We do have a playlist on YouTube, the readings thus far, so you can either follow, catch up to where we are now, or if not, we are on page 161 and we are at 357. Most Holy Trinity, I trust in your infinite mercy. God is my Father, and so I, his child, have every claim to his divine heart, and the greater the darkness, the more complete our trust should be. I do not understand how it is possible not to trust in him who can do all things. With him, everything; without him, nothing. He is Lord. He will not allow those who have placed all their trust in him to be put to shame. January 10th, 1935, Thursday. In the evening, during benediction, such thoughts as these began to distress me. Is not perhaps all this that I am saying about God's great mercy just a lie or an illusion? And I wanted to think about this for a while when I heard a strong and clear inner voice saying, everything that you say about my goodness is true. Language has no adequate expression to extol my goodness. These words were so filled with power and so clear that I would give my life in declaring they came from God. I can tell this by the profound peace that accompanied them at the time, and that still remains with me. This peace gives me such great strength and power that all difficulties and adversities, sufferings, and details itself are as nothing. This light gave me a glimpse of the truth that all my efforts to bring souls to know the mercy of the Lord are very pleasing to God. And from this springs such great joy in my soul that I do not know whether it could get any greater in heaven. Oh, if souls would only be willing to listen at least a little to the voice of conscience and the voice that is the inspiration of the Holy Spirit. I say at least a little because once we open ourselves to the influence of the Holy Spirit, he himself will fulfill what is lacking in us. New Year's 1935. Jesus likes to intervene in the smallest details of our life, and he often fulfills secret wishes of mine that I sometimes hide from him, although I know that from him nothing can be hidden. There is a custom among us of drawing by lot on New Year's Day, special patrons for ourselves for the whole year. In the morning during meditation, there arose within me a secret desire that the Eucharist Jesus be my special patron for this year, also as in the past. But hiding the desire from my beloved, I spoke to him about everything else but that. When we came to refectory for breakfast, we blessed ourselves and began drawing our patrons. When I approached the holy cards on which the names of the patrons were written without hesitation, I took one, but I didn't read the name immediately, as I wanted to mortify myself for a few minutes. Suddenly, I heard a voice in my soul, I am your patron, read. I looked at once at the inscription, read, patron for the year 1935, the most blessed Eucharist. My heart leaped with joy, and I slipped quietly away from my sisters and went for a short visit before the Blessed Sacrament, where I poured out my heart. But Jesus sweetly admonished me that I should be at that moment together with the sisters. I went immediately in obedience to the rule. Holy Trinity, one God. Incomprehensible is the greatness of your mercy for creatures and especially for poor sinners. You've made known by the abyss of your mercy, incomprehensible and unfathomable as it is to any mind, whether of man or angel. Our nothingness and our misery are drowned in your greatness. O infinite goodness, who can ever praise you sufficiently? Excuse me. Can there be found a soul that understands you and your love? O Jesus, there are such souls, but they are few. One day during the morning meditation, I heard this voice. I myself am your dictator. I was, I am, and I will be. And since you asked for visible help, I chose and gave you a director even before you had asked for. My work required this. Know that the faults you commit against him wound my heart. Be especially on your guard against self-willfulness. Even the smallest thing should bear the seal of obedience. With a crushed and humbled heart, I begged forgiveness of Jesus for these faults. I also begged pardon of my spiritual director, and resolved to do nothing more than to do many things wrongly. O good Jesus, thank you for the great grace of making known to me what I am of myself, misery and sin, and nothing more. I can do only the thing of myself, and this is to offend you, O my God, because misery can do no more of itself than offend you, O infinite goodness. Once I was asked to pray for a certain soul. I decided at once to make a novena to be the merciful Lord, to which I added mortification, namely that I would wear chains on both legs throughout Holy Mass. I had been doing this already for 3 days when I went to a confession and told my spiritual director that I had undertaken this mortification, presuming permission to do so. I had thought he would not object, but I heard the contrary, that is, that I should do nothing without permission. O my Jesus, so it was willfulness again, but my falls do not discourage me. I know very well that I am misery itself. It was because of the condition of my health that I did not receive the permission, and my spiritual director was surprised that I had been allowing myself greater mortification without his permission. I asked pardon for my self-willfulness, or rather for having presumed permission, and I asked him to change the mortification for another one. I think we're going to leave it there. That was one where she was really struggling, but it goes to show that, and I heard this morning in something I was listening to, that, and I think probably, I know I probably thought that, and I don't know about anybody else, but to be a saint, you have to, I think in my mind, you had to be perfect. And I'm not sure it's about being perfect. And he said, it's not about doing all things are being perfect, but getting up every time you fall. And that doesn't mean to say that you should go out and, willfully, sin and say, oh yeah, forgive me, and that's it. No. But when you do sin, and when we're human and we do, or this is my interpretation anyway, that we recognize our faults and we ask God for forgiveness and never do it again. But we're human, and we're going to do things sometimes, and we have to learn from those things, I know I have in my life, and I'm still learning every day. I was actually thinking about telling my story someday, or my testimony, I guess. But I'll know when I have everything in place, if that's the right thing to do, or when I'm comfortable doing that anyway. But, I guess we're all here for a purpose, and I am, and you are, and we all are, and all we can do is keep trying every day. And that's the best thing we can do. Pray, keep trying, keep it moving towards what the Lord would want. And with that being said, I hope you all have a beautiful day. God bless you all. Be well. Be kind to each other. God bless.